Hello and welcome to First Responders Online. My name's Ray Bryant. I am the person behind First Responders Online, and I wanted to share with you a little bit about what this community is all about, why we created it, and what we hope to achieve and will achieve for the first responder community. A little bit about myself first. As I said, my name's Ray Bryant. I'm a third generation firefighter. Actually, both my grandfathers were firefighters in FDNY, and then my father became a firefighter in FDNY as well, and moved the family down to South Florida when I was a young child, and became a firefighter down here, and then I became also a firefighter in South Florida. And now my oldest son, who's 22, just turned 22, he's on the job, making him a fourth generation firefighter. And I knew early on when I first got hired that, I loved technology. I loved the internet. I had a bulletin board system. They called it a BBS back in the day, and convinced my father to buy me. It was like an $800 Apple computer back then, which was a lot of money. We're talking about the 1980s. I can't believe it was that long ago, but it was. And then I convinced them to buy me a modem, and the modem was like $1,400, and it was a 28 baud rate modem, like 28K, right? And now we're talking about fiber optics, and we're talking about gigabyte speed. So this was the old-fashioned one where you would hear it sound like a fax machine, and then you had to stick the phone on top of a coupling device that would communicate, and that was the modem. And so I was always fascinated with that. And then the fire service came around. I was kind of like motivated by a good friend of mine who wanted to be a firefighter, and he knew my dad was, and I was like, yeah, I'm thinking about it too, and we decided to go through the fire academy together. And I got hired at the age of 19. So I was a firefighter at age 19, but always had the passion and desire of an entrepreneur. And I quickly found that being a firefighter, yes, we definitely work long hours, and there's some shifts I would come home and all I'd want to do is crash. And I did that very often. But then I also realized that it provided an opportunity to have a possible second job. And I knew that I didn't want to be in the manual labor, let's just put it that way. I didn't want my body to wear out faster than it would normally have done. So I decided that I was going to take my passion of learning the internet and doing websites, and I did that. I did that for many, many years as a little side job. And it was called Cyber Rescue, and it consumed me. I was literally on the computer every minute of the day learning about internet marketing and how to help businesses. And mostly I started off back then with just helping friends and family, and I did some marketing for some fire departments with their campaigns to get the word out about public safety and that kind of stuff. And it eventually evolved into, let me just make this legit, go full-time, and have a business license and do the LLC thing. So I did do that, and I became known as Think Big Websites back around 2005, I guess it was. And it's been great. I've been helping people in my community. My thing is that I often say that I have two of the best jobs in the world. One of them is being a firefighter. Love it. Best job ever. I get to help people in my community. And the second best job is having an online business that I get to help people all across the internet. I've helped hundreds of businesses and people in South Florida with their online marketing and their websites and everything in between. I have a video studio in Cooper City where we can shoot videos for clients, and just love it. Absolutely great job. And then I realized that, I'm helping businesses out, but I really would like to help other first responders, whether you're a firefighter, a police officer, military, nurse, communication dispatcher. If you're in the world of like first responders, I want to help you guys and girls understand that it's easy to get a side income going. And it might not be the side income that's going to allow you to retire tomorrow from your job, but it could be the type of side income that's going to help with inflation. It doesn't take much to feel the pressure of inflation, the gas pump, the food, the grocery store. And when you couple inflation with the supply chain issue, you find out that your money is not going as far as it had before. And I'm not even saying like, well, back in the 1980s, your money went from, $100 was a lot of money. I'm just saying like from last year, it seems like inflation is on an accelerated rate. Maybe because supply and demand and inflation has hit at the same time, and that's a horrible combination. That makes a really bad equation for your money not going very far. So when I felt that and I see that, I said, well, let me see if I could help other first responders make extra income. And that's where First Responders Online was thought of and conceived. Now, it didn't have that name. A little bit more about myself is that since I am an entrepreneur and since I have my own business called Think Big Websites, I am constantly looking for ways to improve my own knowledge. I have attended countless seminars, webinars. I have paid probably equivalent to, I think in my report here I looked up, I'm probably paying equivalent to what the average annual salary is for a firefighter. I probably have paid that amount in my own training for online marketing. I've attended conferences by some of the biggest names online. Grant Cardone, who is somebody that I follow. His marketing is amongst the best. His pricing, you go to one of his events and you could easily spend several $1,000s at one of those events. I've also followed somebody named Danielle Delgado. Danielle has been amazing. She is a powerful woman who just knows how to market, and you can learn something from these big names and these mentors. Then there's also Shane Sams. He and his wife Jocelyn do the Flipped Lifestyle, and those two are those two are my most recent mentors that I am following, and has been the inspiration, honestly, to take an idea that I had and make it a reality now. So this podcast, the first podcast, is would not have been done. I have to stop saying probably. No doubt I would not be doing this podcast if it wasn't for Shane and Jocelyn's program called Flipped Lifestyle. You can check it out. I'll put a link somewhere in here. And, that's another type of experiential learning. I went to an event, live events, definitely encourage live events because you get to kind of feel the room. You get to see the presence of the speakers, and you can't just halfway pay attention. You're engaged. A lot of things online, you kind of get distracted and you can kind of walk away from something and then you miss a critical thing. This was 2 solid days of nothing but unbelievable content. Matter of fact, I have some documentation somewhere around here. I think it's over here. For those that are listening and not seeing, what I'm showing is my notes that I've taken on just one sheet of paper here. That was an amazing exercise. And this was a light bulb moment for me that we only have so much time in a day. It doesn't matter how much money you make. Doesn't matter if you're the richest person in the world or the poorest person in the world. They all have the same amount of time in the day. So when this light bulb moment hit for me, I was like, well, I need to be spending my time more efficiently. And I need to be able to have a system in which I can teach more people how to make passive income. And then I said, well, who would I like to teach this? And I said, it instantly came to me, well, my brothers and sisters that are in the fire service. Let's start with them. And then it said, okay, well, if I'm going to do firefighters, let me just do first responders. And then from first responders, I went to, let's just do family members, because our family is the most important thing in my life, right? And family is also fire department family, so I kind of put those together. That's very important for me. So I didn't want families to feel excluded, so I put in family members to this program as well. So if you're a firefighter, police officer, nurse, EMT, paramedic, military, dispatcher, or family member, and you want to learn how to get online and build additional income, then this program is for you. And that's kind of how this kind of now sits right now as a program for the family and for first responders. So going back to my story, I've taken tremendous amount of classes, courses. I have 15 plus years officially of being licensed and a business owner. I probably have 30 years overall of just being in this space with internet marketing and doing everything from video production, video marketing, affiliate marketing, making money with Amazon just by doing product referrals and reviews, to just making money with AdSense, which is a Google method of putting an ad on a site, we allow like ads to be on certain sites, and Google will pay me an AdSense commission for that, to doing video production with YouTube and having videos on YouTube. I have one video that's been viewed over 3 million times and getting tremendous amount of revenue from YouTube until it got demonetized because somebody made a complaint that the video was, I only assume based on the community standards, somebody that didn't like my video made a claim that it was some type of hate speech, and in my opinion it could not have been anything more not than hate speech. It was the opposite. Anyway, it got demonetized, so several $100s a month was taken away because of that video. But that shows you the power. One video could produce several $100s a month if it goes viral, which mine happened to do. So the question then became, well, how much would a couple $100s income help? And it could really help. It could make the difference between, buying some stuff that you wanted to buy or paying off some debt quicker than not having that money. So therefore, the first responders online community was born. This program now, it has about 16 or so courses, maybe 18 courses that I've already put into the system, time tested. They work. It's going to take you through all the steps here. It's going to explain the why, the how, and the what. Not in that order. Actually, it goes what first. So it's going to explain the what, and the what basically is your product, service, or idea. That's the what. And if you don't have already in your mind, if you're not a firefighter that already has a side income, and many of us do, and you just don't know like what you would sell, don't worry about that, because in the what, there's some exercises that I'll show you that will reveal what you're passionate about and then how you can monetize that. And then the why is, and these all kind of build on one on top of the other. So the what is very important, but then here comes the why, and the why actually is a little bit more important. And the why is, well, why are you passionate about this? Why do you think your product will help others? And the why is also the content that you're going to create, and the content is going to be very critical for your search engine optimization. And the why also is going to kind of become your brand. So as you talk about it, if you're a firefighter who's passionate about teaching CPR, that's your what, and then your why becomes, well, because you see a lot of people who are not teaching CPR correctly, or maybe a lot of people that should know CPR and do not know that, so you're on a mission to help more people save lives by teaching CPR. And then in that why would be, why you? Because you feel like you have a tremendous ability to teach CPR like nobody else, or you have the ability to reach a certain segment of people that nobody else is reaching. So that kind of becomes your why, and then it kind of morphs into your branding as well. So the why becomes a little bit more important now than the what. And then the next phase is the how. How are you going to take what you just discovered, that light bulb moment, and you now know your what and your why? How are you going to create your how? Like, how are you going to market yourself now? How are you going to get online? How are you going to make money? All those hows are kind of important now as well, because at the end of the day, this is all about making extra income, creating a side hustle, creating passive residual income. So that's where the how now becomes the most important part and builds upon those prior foundations and those blocks one by one, and now you have everything. So the course takes you through every one of those steps, and then it explains them in greater detail. That's why I think it's so critically important for police officers, firefighters, first responders, anybody looking a side job for a nurse, to go through the proper sequence, because it's going to save you 15 plus years of trying to research it like it did me, and it's going to save you tons of money. Right now, I'm actually giving this course away for free for the first 30 days. So you can go in there like gangbusters, click on everything that you want to click on. If you feel like you can consume that information that quickly, by all means, this course will actually be free for you. But I also have it where I'm going to be updating it. So when you're in there month 1, Yes, there's tremendous amount of resources and information. But next month, something may change. YouTube may change an algorithm. Google may change how they do their search optimization. There might be hidden gems that are then revealed. And in addition to that, the First Responders Report, which you can kind of see up on the screen here, every month I'm going to be sending you via email a First Responders Report. And what this is going to do, and what I'm really excited about this particular part of it, is that not only will this give you one single way that you can start making money online to help you kind of like think about other ways, because if you get one successful way, remember, this is passive residual income. So you could then pick another thing, another what, and do another why, and do another how, and create a second passive residual income. The First Responders Report will be something that comes to you every month via email, and it might spark that idea for you. And then we're also going to highlight people in the First Responders Report. So the first couple that you get might not have a specific first responder. It might not highlight a nurse or an EMT or a paramedic or a firefighter, but the future ones will. As we build this community, we're going to grab people and we're going to feature them in this report. So then when that publication goes out and when I podcast about it, when I do a video about it, that individual and their idea are going to be featured and going to be focused. So that's going to give you more additional exposure and more potential to get more traffic and more income. So this family that I want to build together, I want us to really resonate with one another. We need to help one another. We, I believe, as humans are built for community. And I think that that's why the First Responders Online community is going to be the strongest community online. Because we know we're the brotherhood, the sisterhood. We know that we are better together. And it's my focus and my goal to bring us together and to help build one another up and help us all get passive residual income online. My team, the people that work for me with Think Big Websites, we're standing by. We're looking to help however we can with getting the people that are in this program up and running as fast as possible. And you'll get to meet everybody inside the community as well. And remember, this is completely, my offer right now is 30 days free. You get into the program, you see what it's about, you like it, you think it's something that's going to work for you, you stick around, then it becomes a monthly cost to be part of the community. Right now, the prices fluctuate, and I'm going to actually increase the pricing as we go, because there's going to be a point where we're going to get a lot of people in this, and the price is going to have to reflect that part of it. So right now, it's going to be the least expensive possible because I'm building the network. So take advantage of that. Get in, check us out. If there's any questions that you have, let me know. If you're a firefighter who's working those long hours and you're just exhausted and you don't have the physical strength to go out there and do a side job, or you don't want to be swinging a hammer for 40 years, you don't want to be doing carpentry or mowing grass, or if that's just not who you want to be on your days off and you're looking for something that you can build online and have residual income, this program will definitely show you that. And if you happen to be a first responder of any one of these that we talked about, and you already have a side job, you already have something successful, you already have a very profitable, successful side job, but you want to learn how you can scale that side job and bring that side job online and find peripheral items that you can sell that complement your existing side job and build extra income, then this program is also equally for you. And I don't want you to miss out on the ways that you could build additional income. Now, if you're a family member of a firefighter, feel welcomed. Come on in. This is not a war story you got to tell about, the fire that you had last night or the chaos that you experienced. This is for our side jobs, and this is to help us all out. So if you're a spouse of a firefighter and you see the long hours that your loved one is putting in, and you want to help out and you want to contribute to that situation by finding something that you're passionate about, an idea that you have, something that you love to do, and you want to build that online and help the family out, get in on this opportunity as well. It's equally for you as it is for anybody else. I know that when I was thinking about what I wanted to do on my days off, I didn't want to be subject to something that would make my body break down faster. I didn't want to have to do something that, in South Florida during the summer, it's extremely hot. And with sun cancer and or skin cancer and all that from the sun, I wanted to just have something that I can retire from the fire department and come into a next chapter of my life with something that was online, something that was on autopilot. So that's where this program comes in. If anything that I've said in this podcast and online has resonated with you, I encourage you to check us out. Just go to firstrespondersonline.com. There'll be a link on this page. You'll see a free offer, 30 days, no obligation. Get the information. I really look forward to seeing you online and helping grow your online business. It's been my passion to help others my whole life. It continues to be today, and I really do believe that we were built for community, and I look forward to making this the best community online. Any questions that you guys have, my information, the way to contact me will be on this as well. And if you are listening to this and you are a first responder, I know that we're going through some challenging times right now. COVID seems to be all over the place. It's my hope that you guys stay safe. I hope that your family stays safe. And if there's anything that we can do together, I hope that we can bring some awareness to the needs of the first responders right now, because we are being asked to do a lot, sometimes with a little resource. So this community will be just as much supportive of anything that nationally is occurring or locally that is occurring. If there's anything I could do to help out, bring awareness to it with my marketing skill set, please let me know. Thanks again for listening and being part of the first podcast for the first responders online. Take care, guys. Be safe.